Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For the month of August, I'm doing a video request on how I use my passion planners. Last week's plan with me, I showed how I set up the week of August 3rd in my medium passion planner. I use the medium weekly as a way to time block my week and break down the pieces of each project I want to be working on throughout the week. Basically, the weekly passion planner is how I would ideally like to be spending my time and the next stages of what projects I'm working on for both home and work. I said in last week's plan with me that I would show you my passion planner daily this week. So I use the passion planner daily for how I actually spent my time. So the weekly is how I want my time to go, the tasks and projects I want to move forward on throughout the week. And the daily is life. The daily is what actually happened throughout the week. So for example, August 5th and 6th didn't go like I had wanted them to. On the 5th, my daughter woke up complaining for at least a solid week now that she was up again in the middle of the night and couldn't fall back asleep. And getting her up and around for the day and asking her some questions and putting it together with some other things that she had seen a doctor for recently, such as suspected ear infections, what we've concluded is that she's exhibiting some of the same symptoms she had prior to her adenoids being taken out. Most of the morning was spent between her and back and forth with the ENT's office trying to determine what was going on. This was not something I had planned for at all for this week, but this is life. On Thursday, I woke up late. Like, we have to leave in 15 minutes to get my son anywhere on time late. Now, I don't know what it is about teenage boys, but they live for waking up at the last possible minute and pride themselves in being ready to leave in record time. So he was fine, but my husband had to get around as well, and he does not pride himself on that. So I wound up taking our son to marching band. I came home and got the younger two. We drove back down to pick up a bushel of corn. When we pre-order them, we have to pick them up at a specific time. And we drove back home and we stayed home for a bit until we had to head down and pick up my teenager from marching band. And as I was driving home, I had finally gotten up with my contact. I have a trial pair from our eye exams a couple weeks ago, and the left eye was really bugging me to the point that I took it out while I was driving home. So I get back home and I check the wrapper, I call the eye doctor, and while I'm trying to explain to them what the numbers are on the wrapper and how they're different from the prescription they gave me, they decided it was better for me to just head down in person and get it straightened out. It turns out that they gave me a trial pair for my left eye that was correcting the astigmatism that my right eye has. Not ideal. So for those of you keeping track, that's 4 times that I drove home and back in one day. I don't live 5 minutes from town, we live 30 minutes. So 4 trips downtown and back is a minimum of 4 hours in the car, 4 hours outside of the house. This is absolutely nothing like how I planned for the day to go, but that's how the day went. Life snuck in. I like that the Passion Planner Daily has a few tasks for each category, personal and work, for each day. This way I'm not overloading myself on too many tasks. I'm trying to keep a balance of each moving forward. I don't always use the time tracker on the daily. When I'm home for most of the day, I'll use it to track how I actually spent my time. But when I'm running around after kids and going from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, the timeline doesn't get used as much. Currently, what I'm really liking about the daily is the space of infinite possibilities on the right. It's a whole page with a dot grid. I use this as a journal. I use it for notes during therapy sessions, reminders, tasks, checklists, you name it. How I use this space changes from day to day based on what I need it to be that day. Some days I just cover it with stickers and pictures from my sprocket, and that's okay too. I also don't use the daily every day. I just use it Monday through Friday. The weekends around here, I try to leave as family time and catching up on what didn't get done throughout the week. The weekends are a little more flexible in general, only because I don't want my weekends to be so structured if they really don't have to be. If I don't have to be somewhere for a dance recital, a soccer game, musical rehearsal, jazz band, so on and so forth, I don't need to structure my day that way. So this week there are a few things that need to be done. Marching band is still going, and our cat has an appointment for a weight recheck and blood work to see if his kidney levels are holding stable. My oldest also has an appointment for a re-eval as well as a well exam, and on top of that, Friday is payday. We are paid once a month, so I need to schedule out some bills. I'll also be doing our grocery shopping for the following week and finishing up any back to school stuff like supplies and clothing. So I need to make a grocery list and a clothing list for what is needed and what is not needed. Beyond that, this week I would like to film and voice over 3 videos, which is a huge stretch. I need to get my daughter's x-rays done. We have tried twice already, but the lab hours have changed with COVID, and I would like to edit one of the videos and start updating my budgeting workbook. We also have tomatoes coming on strong in our garden, as well as the last bits of zucchini, squash, and cucumbers, and we need to deal with those this weekend. But that's it for this Plan With Me. If you want to see more Plan With Me's throughout September, click that like button. And if you want to see the rest of my Plan With Me's throughout August, as well as my budgeting videos, click that subscribe button. And until next time, bye.